Hey boss, what's going on? Adrian Diaz here with Hasta la Vista Boss. In today's episode, I want to talk to you, or video, I want to talk to you about how is it like to work for a side hustle for 2 years. 2 years I've been working on this thing, and what I've learned, and did I quit my job? We'll find out in just a second. I believe this was a good video to make because I know many of you on Facebook asked me this question, for how long I've been doing this. And since I had like many people, like 5 asking me about this, I said this is a good video to make because most people who approach creating a business of their own, especially when they type on Google how to make money online and that stuff, they have the wrong mindset, or not necessarily that they have the wrong mindset, or at least not everybody, but probably they haven't thought about this previously. All right, they say, "Oh, I just want to make a website and make money." And I think it's much more than that. If you want to be obviously in the game, if you want to have success in the long run, and if you want to create a real business that will provide you freedom for you and your family. But before we go into it, please remember to subscribe to Hasta la Vista YouTube channel if you like this video. Of course, I hope it's helpful. And as well, if you're looking for ways, genuine ways to make money online that will provide you and your family freedom to spend more time together, or whatever your goals are, and just simply do the things that you want to do when you want to do them, then I believe this is a good place to be. So give me a thumbs up to the videos if you like them, share them with your friends. Thank you. All right, this is out of the way. Here's the first thing I want to tell you, answering the question, because I don't want to keep you here if you don't want to watch this. Did I quit my job? Nope, I did not quit my job. And why I haven't quit my job already after 2 years working on my side hustle? Well, unfortunately, my income from my side hustle is not enough, or is not consistent enough in order for me to quit my job and say hasta la vista to my manager. At least not yet. I know you might say, bro, 2 years is a lot. I know it's a lot, but I want to tell you as well why, not necessarily why it takes me so long, but I want to share with you my situation, my circumstances, and how I got to where I am today. This is gonna give you a clear picture of what's happening if you want to start an online business, and if you are a person that has a demanding job like I have, working so many hours, a family, kids, and all that. Maybe you don't have any of that, and you have more time, but this is going to give you a picture of how things can go for you if you're thinking to start your own business now. Let me tell you that in those 2 years, I haven't worked on this business more than 1 hour per day. Sometimes I managed to do 2 hours, but to be honest with you, it never was like 2 hours straight good work, good quality work, because I always, I've always been interrupted by something or someone, so it's difficult to do something when you every 15 minutes you have to go to the bedroom because my baby girl is calling me, or someone is calling at the door, or whatever. Now, another thing you should keep in mind, as I said, I'm a construction worker, and I work stupid long hours. That means 10 hours per day, sometimes even longer. If you put the commute as well, another 2-3 hours. That makes it to 14-16 hours per day out of my home. Plus I'm a daddy, as I just said. I'm a daddy to a beautiful baby girl and a husband to a beautiful and amazing woman. And obviously they need my love, they need my attention, they need my care, and vice versa, right? I mean, I'm crazy about them. I love them with all my heart. So I want to spend quality time with them. And obviously I don't have that time. It leaves me basically, after just mentioning these few things, it basically left me with zero free time. And not to mention, now that comes to mind, that I would like to do other stuff, but there's no really time in a 24 hours day. And not to mention that we don't have family here, in London where we live. We don't have a grandma or grandpa, so can take the kids sometimes for us, help us with cleaning the house or anything. We're not that lucky, unfortunately, so my wife and I will have to do everything by ourselves. We have to manage. But I don't want this to sound like an excuse. Actually, I never thought about this like an excuse. Even when I thought to get into internet marketing, I knew that I didn't have time because of the things that I just said. But my mentality was always, how do I create time? Or how do I do this? Or how do I learn that? I never had the mentality of just saying, oh, no, I can't do it. Or I don't have the experience. Or I don't know how to do it. I always ask myself, how can I do it? How can I learn it? What can I do to learn this thing? That said, I found a solution. Well, at least I tried to find a solution, and I stopped watching TV and movies on Netflix, and I stopped as well chatting and chit chat and all that shit on social media, which is gonna take a lot of your time, and you just basically waste your time anyway. But guess what? I've managed to create an hour to 2 hours per day, like I was saying earlier. I mean, 2 hours maximum. And like I was saying, it wasn't the top quality, but it was much better than nothing. At least I did something, right? I took action, which we're gonna talk about taking action in just a few minutes. This is one of the skills that you should have, or if you don't have, you need to develop. Alrighty then. So, before we move on, if you feel like I'm telling you a story here and I'm painting you a picture that looks like very difficult, 2 years, I don't want to get into this, I don't have time for this shit or whatever. The good news is that if you don't have kids, if you don't have a family already, maybe have a girlfriend, but it's nothing that serious, maybe, I don't know, maybe you don't have a demanding job like I do, maybe you work less hours, maybe you work closer to your job, anything. I think most people, they're in a better situation than I am, and that's the good news for you, because if you don't have all these things that I have, family, kids, job, and I need to commute, all that, you can make much more money, and you can potentially get out of the rat race much sooner than I did. And I know that's possible because I know many people who did it before me. An example would be my friend Marty, who just recently quit his job last year in September. Well done, buddy. There's an interview. I'll leave a link here or in the description if you want to check it out. But it's doable. Many people like him did it, and you can do it as well. Now, let me get into what I've learned, and I think this is really important. As I said, I'm not going to talk about SEO and how to optimize your pages and all that stuff, because I believe this needs to come first. This needs to come first. I've learned a bunch of stuff from a bunch of smart people like Doug Cunnington. He's my mentor when it comes to Amazon affiliate marketing. I've learned a bunch of stuff from Kyle Roof, who is one of the best SEOs alive. He is my coach when it comes to SEO, and from many other people. So I'm not going to share, as I said, this stuff, but these skills, I think you need to develop first. And with all the people that I talk to, smarter than myself, I'm not smart by any chance. I'm just a dumb animal, but I work hard and learn this stuff. And the books that I've read, they all say the same thing. You need to have these things in place first, if you want to succeed. That is. So here are those things that I want to talk to you about. Patience. I have them right here. So patience, set up the right expectations, make friends, network, create maybe a mastermind group, be around like-minded people, create a habit of going to work in your business every day, organize yourself, and take action. So there are 6 things. I just hope I'm gonna go fast through them. To be honest, I would have loved this to be like a hangout, but for some reason I can't go live on YouTube. I don't know what's going on. We're gonna do this in the future for sure. Please let me know in the comments below if that would be nice. I mean, I would love to have hangouts and not talk by myself. I hate that, but just practicing here. So first of all, if you're a person with no patience, you have 2 options here. First option would be for you to learn how to be a patient person, and number 2 would be learn how to be a patient person. And yes, it's not a mistake. I did say it twice, and I said it twice because if you're a person who lack patience, I tell you that you're gonna be so enthused about, oh, I'm gonna start my business, man. Oh, I'm gonna make this website. I'm gonna make this much money, blah 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 blah. But then 4 or 5 months into your project, and you see that the results, they're not the same results that you thought they're gonna be, or they're not gonna come as fast as you thought they're gonna come, or maybe someone sold you on the idea of, man, this is easy, just buy my shit and this is easy peasy lemon squeezy, and it's not. Honestly, it requires a lot of patience, and that's the first skill, or I don't know if it's a virtue, right? To be a patient person. I don't know if you can learn this, but you definitely have to manage yourself to be patient. It takes time. Like everything in life that's good, it takes time, all right? Number 2, set up your expectations right. So just like I was saying with the patience, if you don't have the right expectations from the start, I'll tell you what's going to happen. And if you think that you found, if you discovered a business model that's going to make you rich overnight with no work involved, then think again. I mean, you probably be scammed, because there's no such thing. If someone sold you into the idea, that's bullshit. It doesn't exist, all right? So be honest with yourself. If you try to get into create a business of your own, be honest with yourself. So what do you want to achieve in the next 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? I don't know how long you want to make this project, but you need to be honest with yourself and put down on paper what do you want to achieve realistically, all right, in that period of time, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, whatever it is. based on your current situation, based on your current resources and experience and knowledge. Okay, so when I started this thing, I didn't know anything. I mean, I was zero. I didn't have money. I didn't have time. I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the experience. I was zero. I didn't even have the laptop. So, it would have been silly for me to go and join that Cunnington course, for example, and say, oh my goodness, I'm going to make $10,000 in the next year. Some people, they get so excited that they might set up those goals, but I tell you what's going to happen. You're going to get too close to that period or that time where that date that you said you're going to make $10,000 until maybe, so what now is January 2020. So let's say you say until January 2021, I want to make $10,000 per month. Well, what do you think is going to happen when 2021 is getting closer and you're nowhere near achieving that goal? Well, I'm sure it's going to make you sad. It's going to make you probably depressed because you invested time and money and energy into all that thing. And you going to quit. And that's a shame because, I'm sure you have the energy and the passion and you want it badly. But just because you didn't set up your expectation right at the beginning, now you kind of burn yourself out. All right, so don't say I'm gonna make $10,000 per month in the first year if you don't know anything about marketing. Zero, like I was. I agree that you need to set your goals high. All right, you have to have this big picture, big vision, because that's the fuel for you to go and do the other steps. You know what I mean? So go ahead and set up those big goals, but then start here on the bottom and say, for example, here the big one is I want to make $10,000 per month in the next 3 years. All right, but now realistically, what I want to achieve in the next 6 months, I want to make $100 per month, $200 per month, and see if this works for me. If I like it, if I don't like it. If it works, you have to prove this concept to yourself. I mean, you don't have to, because you have myself and other millions of people who making money online, who can, obviously, if you trust them, they can prove you that it works. But some people, they really I like to go ahead and do it myself. It doesn't matter what other people are telling me. I go ahead and do it myself, and then I say, oh yes, it's working, or no, it's not working. So that's it for the set up your expectation, right? So you don't burn yourself out. All right, be around like-minded people. That would be number 3. So be around like-minded people. This is extremely important, very, very important, because for some reason, I don't know if you realize this, but for some reason, as soon as you start doing something interesting in your life, something that will probably take you to the next level or something, I don't know, for some reason, it looks like the universe is starting to throw shit at you and send you away the worst people, and I don't know, people start to talk shit about you. They're gonna try to pull you down. They hate you for no reason other than just trying to do something different, and I had that personally, with friends, family members and all that. And this is a killer, even for the most motivated person. Honestly, it really is. The solution is, my friend, to fire those toxic people from your life. First of all, they don't deserve you. All right, they don't deserve you. And second, you don't need them in your life. They're just a pest. Just get rid of them. Honestly, it doesn't matter who they are. you're gonna thank me later. So that's why I created the Hasta La Vista Boss YouTube channel, the Facebook group if you want. So when you have an idea, when you have something that you want to share, maybe you have a victory, maybe you have something that it's bugging you, maybe you lost something, anything that you need, you can share with people like the guys and girls in the Hasta La Vista Facebook group, because we understand you. All right. So whereas if you go to someone else, to maybe some friends they have, they might laugh at your plans, and that will just demotivate you, demoralize you. All right. So join us on the Facebook group if you want. It's just Hasta La Vista Boss. It's easy to find on Google it or Facebook it or whatever you want to do. All right. The next topic, the next skill or thing that you need to develop is habits. A good habit. So create a habit of going to your laptop or computer or whatever you use to work on your stuff every single day, no matter what, no exception, no matter what. Okay, so now for example, I just got from work. I had dinner and I'm at my laptop. I'm shooting this video where I could have done anything else because I have shitloads of things to do. But I'm shooting this video, right? So maybe this doesn't have necessarily to do with my business right now. My websites are making me money, but it doesn't matter. I'm here on my computer. Maybe this is going to be a business in the future. I don't know. All right, but I'm here. I'm opening my laptop and I come here, and I consider Hasta La Vista Boss like my brand, if you want, like a brand. So it's kind of part of the business, right? But creating a hobby, not a hobby, sorry, a habit. This will help you. How do you say? This will help you. Do things automatically. All right. So when I leave work, when actually the time comes to go home, I know exactly what is going to happen. I know that I'm gonna take the train. I'm gonna get home, give a kiss to my wife, give a kiss to my baby girl if she's awake. If not, most of the time she's not awake, so that makes me sad. But anyway, I have dinner with my wife, and boom, I open the laptop. It's exactly the same thing I do every single night. Because this is not a hobby. I don't want this to be a hobby. For hobby I go fishing if I want. But this is not only that I like it. I would love to do marketing and maybe videos like this forever. But it's not only that, but it's not a hobby. This is not something that I want to do every now and then when I have 5 minutes free. This is a business. This is a business, bosses. Okay, so this is something that will provide you and I with the freedom that we want. This is going to actually take us out of the rat race. All right, so there's that. Just create a habit every single day. If you're doing affiliate websites like I do, just open your laptop, go to your website, and maybe tweak a few things. Just I don't know. Make a nice picture for one of your posts in Canva. There you go. That's a 10-15 minutes job. All right. So create a habit. Next thing I want to talk about is organize yourself. Now, I know that Cunnington, he has a productivity course. I'll link you guys in the description. I'll link you to his course as well, 5-Figure Niche Site, if you want to check it out. I have a video about it, a review. But he's saying in his course as well, he's saying that you need to organize yourself. You need to know beforehand what you're gonna do when you sit down in front of your laptop. So I'm sure it happened to you. It happened to me as well a lot. Is when when I don't have anything planned, when I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, and come to my desk here and open my laptop, I just gonna spend like 10 minutes. What the hell I need to do? What I want to do? And then after those 10 minutes has passed, I'm just gonna open Facebook a little bit, check my emails, and that's it. My time's up. So I'm sure it happens to you as well. So organize yourself in such a manner that you know what you're gonna do every single day in front of your laptop. So it could be silly stuff, but it could be as simple as I used to have my on my whiteboard here in the kitchen. I used to have like a plan for the week, for what I'm gonna do that week, and it was something silly, like not silly, but I didn't have more time than that, so it wasn't possible for me to do more. So each week I was working on a post. So let's say Monday I would work on editing the content, taking the block of text and make nice paragraphs, short paragraphs, making sure the introduction is in the right place, make sure the hashtags are in the right place and they have the SEO optimized, blah blah blah. That was Monday. On Tuesday I would work on my feature image. That's all I want to do on Tuesday, because I didn't have more time to do anything else. On Wednesday, I would have worked on my tables. That's what I do, tables. But the thing is, when you get at the end of the week and you follow that plan that you had, even if it's silly, even if it's whatever, it doesn't matter. It's you're gonna have such an amazing week productivity-wise, because you had a plan. Whereas if you don't have a plan, let me see what I'm gonna do today. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh, let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. You gonna come to the end of the week and you say, what the hell I've done this week? Nothing happened. I haven't published anything. I haven't edited anything. I haven't done keyword research or anything productive. So this is very important as well. Like, all these points are very important to me. Organize yourself. Don't sit in front of the computer without having a plan, even if it's a silly one. All right? And the last one that I want to talk about is taking action. It doesn't matter if you learn the best training from Doug Cunnington, Matt Diggity, Kyle Roof, anybody. It doesn't matter who it is, if you don't take action. So even after I finished my course with Doug Cunnington, I would go to Human Proof Design's blog and podcast, and I would listen, and I would read, and I would put on the notes on a clipboard in my crane. I was in my machine working. I wasn't working, otherwise it would not be safe. But when I was not doing lifts, I would just take notes all the time. So after I took those notes, I would come home with those notes. In front of my website, and I would just starting to apply those things that I just read somewhere. What that would happen, would do to you is, first of all, I don't know if it was Cicero who said this, but I kind of took it to and adapted to what I wanted to say. So there's this thing that says something like this: if you read something, you're gonna forget. If you read and take notes, or if you read something, you forget. If you hear and read something, then you start to remember. But when you read, when you listen, and when you take notes, and when you apply all that, now the things are gonna start to make sense for you. And that's why I recommend as well to my friends and people that message me for advice, is for you to get a domain that you're gonna use just for testing, just for silly stuff that you want to test. Maybe let's play a little bit with site structure. Okay, so maybe you never done a silo before, you don't know what the hell that is, and you read about it somewhere. Then you can play with it in your domain. That will not affect anything. So that's one thing you can do. With having a separate domain where you can play, or separate or multiple domains where you can play. Like you can do your own testings, you can do a lot of stuff, and that will help you a lot. Because it's gonna stick into your mind. Whereas if you just read it somewhere, you know how it is, right? You just read it somewhere, and then maybe half an hour later, you don't even remember where the blog that you saw that article or something, right? I think that's all I want to share with you today. I hope it's helpful. I mean, reading books as well, it's amazing. It's really something that I suggest you do. I haven't read a book until 2 years ago, and I soon have discovered a few books, like the 4-hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss, and then Influence by Dr. Cialdini, and a few more. Then I said, this thing is really interesting. So that will help you as well to open your mind and acquire successful people mindset, which I'm telling you, if you don't have the right mindset when you go into an adventure of being an entrepreneur and have your own thing going on, you're not set for a good start. Let me tell you that. All right, bosses. I can't wait to see if anybody liked this thing. If you want to talk more about it, we can make a hangout maybe next week. As I said, I love to have people around me and talk with people, not just by myself. Okay, so until next time, bosses, thank you very much. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the Facebook group. Leave me a comment below if you have anything to say, and share it with your friends if you like it. Don't remember to thumbs up, and see you when I see you. All right, boss, take care. Bye.